Hi everyone. So I wanted to explain our homework for this week. So the first thing that we want to do is take a look at the short story. You are going to be writing a summative paper based on one of the short stories that I am providing you with. So let's take a look at those. You do have access to this. So if you want to take a look at it later, if you change your mind, that is perfectly acceptable. So the first short story is called Fish Cheeks. There is an audio for each story. Fish Cheeks is about 14-year-old Amy who lives in America. The problem Amy experiences is that she is ashamed of her family. Amy wishes that she and her family were more American so she could fit in. She has a crush on a boy named Robert and is terrified when she finds out that his family is invited to her Chinese Christmas Eve dinner. In the beginning of the story, Amy is very embarrassed of her heritage. Second option is a story called Birthday Box. The author demonstrates love and kindness through the actions of a young girl named Katie and her dying mother. Katie is turning 10 years old, and her mother throws a birthday party in her hospital room. As a gift, Katie's mother gives her a beautifully wrapped, empty box. Thank You, Mr. Falker is a story of a young girl named Trisha who can hardly wait to start school. She excels at many things, but when she tries to read, she sees only a jumbled mess of letters. Just when she starts to believe she's as dumb as her classmates say, Trisha meets an exceptional teacher who refuses to let her fail. The last story is called Button Button, and this story by Richard Matheson is focused around a married couple facing a difficult decision. The couple is given a button delivered by a mysterious man, Mr. Stewart, and if they press the button, somewhere someone they don't know dies, and they receive a payment of $50,000. So your task is to choose one of these short stories. You are going to read the short story. The copies of the short stories are located on the shelf by the window. And each short story has questions afterwards that you will answer. Additionally, when you read the short stories, you should be annotating for the signposts. Each story has a list of the signposts at the top. If you need to refer to the signposts, that is located back on our calendar. Okay, so it's located here. Our signpost handout is also in each presentation that you will finish for your story. So feel free to refer to that if that helps you. Okay, so each short story has a folder assigned. Each of you will be assigned the folder, and inside the folder is a slideshow that is assigned. So it's an assignment, so you will want to click on that and go to the actual assignment. So this is just for Button Button. And what I'm asking you to do is take a look, read through each slide before you start your story. So each story has pre-reading questions that you'll want to make sure that you at least think about before you read the story. Then there is the MLA citation, which you will need for your Raises A+ paragraph. So please write this at the top of your story. Again, this should be located on the third slide in every presentation. Then During the reading, you should label and highlight the notice and note signposts, and your goal is to find 3 to 4 per page. So I've given you a list again at the top of the story of suggestions for the signposts, so look for those. You will want to create a key for yourself at the top of your story. So again, a color-coded key letting us know which color you're highlighting those signposts. And please write your full name and hour 4 at the top of each page. You're going to read the story, annotate, again, 3 to 4 highlights per page, more is better. You should notice the signposts suggested at the top of the story. If you see others, please mark those. Then you will answer the questions at the end of the story. This is the document that I created. If you have questions, let me know. Then you're going to submit an image of each page of your story. So again, this is in Schoology, and it is the story images. So you will submit that. I've created a document so that you can submit your images. You will change your first and last name at the very top. There's also the rubric that shows you how I am going to grade your annotations. Then you are going to complete numbers 6 and 7. So you will, on slide 6, write a summary for your story. Okay, so it has to be in your own words. Going anywhere else for the story is cheating. Please don't do that. So you will want to fill out this chart, and on the following slide, write a beautiful summary paragraph. That needs to be okayed by me. You're going to list some topics that the story goes over, so at least 3 of them. So these could be those words like the story is about family, about friendship, about love, honor, courage, whatever it happens to be. Then you're going to choose one of those topics and write a lesson that the author wants the reader to learn about. Okay, if it's too simple, you may have to revise later, which is fine. We also want to learn to avoid you and your. So use a person, people, humans, any general pronoun to avoid the word you. Finally, there is a discussion link that you will click on, which will take you to a discussion in Schoology. It will take you there. All right. And so I have some questions that you must answer. The first one you must answer, and then you can choose any of the remaining 2 to respond to. Each time you respond to a question, that should be a different post. So you will have 3 separate posts when you're done. Do not put all of your answers in one post. And you're only posting your responses, what you think. You are not responding to others. So then the very last slide in each slideshow is a screen that says almost done. So did you submit images of each highlighted page and annotated story, including the post-reading questions? There's a link if you didn't do that. Did you get slides 7 and 8 approved by your teacher? Please make sure that you do that. Did you submit your Schoology summative discussion about your short story? There's the link for the summative discussion. You want to hit submit on this assignment. Okay, so I will add the link in there so you have that. Then we have 2 ed puzzles this week that we want to tackle. Those 2 ed puzzles are on compound sentences and simple sentences, fragments, and run-ons. So you'll want to complete those. Last but not least, there is the Reading Challenge project. So again, you are reading a choice book. You should be reading about 30 pages per night. And we have a meme assignment that we are working on for that. So again, I've given you that link. It's the how it started, how it ended, final reflection. There is a presentation that walks you through what this looks like. So I've done an example for you. I've given you some information on like where the inspiration for this came. And then there are slides that you will need to complete for how it started. You'll take a picture of yourself. You'll answer some questions. You will put that on this slide. And then how it ended is something that we will be working towards. So how did it end? How many books, pages, words did you read? What changed for you? What stayed the same? How do you think of yourself now? That will be typed up eventually with a picture. And then the rubric on how I will grade you is also included. So there is a lot to work on. We will be working on this Tuesday, Wednesday, and you will also have time on Friday. So if you have any questions, please ask, and we will get those answered as soon as possible. Good luck, everyone.